Since earlier this year, when I reviewed the film that put Jim Carrey on the map, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, it did pretty well. And a few months later, that celebrated its anniversary this year. And the same with his second big type of film, The Mask. Now it's time to review the third Jim Carrey film of 1994, and it's celebrating its 30th anniversary today. So here it is. Here's my review of Dumb and Dumber. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1994 buddy comedy flick Dumb and Dumber, released by New Line Cinema, directed by Peter Farrelly, who co-wrote the screenplay with his brother Bobby. I almost said Barbie, Bobby, and Bennett Yellen. This is the first installment of a franchise. The film stars as the two titular characters, but they do have names. Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels as Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn. Two dumb but well-meaning friends from Providence, Rhode Island, who set out on a cross-country road trip to Aspen, Colorado to return a briefcase full of money to its owner, thinking it was abandoned as a mistake, though it was actually left as a ransom. It does have some other big names, including Lauren Holly, Karen Duffy, Mike Starr, Charles Rocket, and Terry Garr, who will say we sadly lost her almost a couple of months ago this year, back October 29th, 1994. So, I'm 2024. Excuse me, I got tongue tied there. So I'm going to dedicate this video in memory of her. Anyway, this film got critics, but mixed reviews from the critics, but has become a cult classic, though. Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn, two kind but dim-witted young men, are best friends and roommates living in Providence, Rhode Island. Lloyd, a chip-toothed limousine driver, immediately falls in love with Mary Swanson, a woman he is driving to the airport. She leaves her briefcase in the terminal. Lloyd sees this and attempts to return it to her, unaware that it contains ransom money and that she had intentionally left it for captors Joe Mentalino and J.P. Shea. Her Aspen-bound plane has already departed, leading to Lloyd running and falling out of the jetway. Fired for leaving the scene of an accident, Lloyd returns to his apartment and learns that Harry, who works as a dog groomer, has also been fired for showing up late to a dog show with the dogs covered in food. Mental and Shay follow Lloyd home from the airport in pursuit of the briefcase. Mistaking the crooks for debt collectors, the two flee the apartment and return later to find that Mental and Shay had ransacked the apartment and decapitated Harry's parakeet, P. Lloyd suggests they head to Aspen to find Mary and return her briefcase. Harry agrees and they leave the next day driving to Aspen in their dog-styled van which Harry used for his dog grooming business. Mental and Shay catch up to the duo at a motel that night. Posing as a hitchhiker, Mental is picked up by the duo while Shay secretly follows them. However, the duo, Harry and Lloyd, annoy Mental with their childish antics. During a lunch stop, the duo pranks Mental by putting chili peppers in his burger, unaware that he has a stomach ulcer. When Mental reacts adversely, they accidentally give him rat poison pills, which he had planned to use on them after mistaking them for his medication, thus killing him. In response, police wait to intercept the two on the road to Colorado, but Lloyd takes a wrong turn and drives all night through Nebraska. Harry gives up on the journey and decides to walk home, but Lloyd persuades him to continue after trading their van for a mini bike. When the two arrive in Aspen, they cannot find Mary. Frustrated that they have no money and nowhere to stay, Harry attacks Lloyd, breaking the briefcase open by accident. After discovering the money, the two spend it on a hotel suite, clothes, and a car. They hear in the newspaper that Mary and her family are hosting a gala and attend it. At the gala, Lloyd is too nervous to talk to Mary, so he has Harry lure Mary over to him. However, Harry reluctantly agrees to go skiing with her the next day and lies to Lloyd that he got him a date with her. The next day, while Harry and Mary have a wonderful time skiing together, Lloyd waits at the hotel bar for Mary. After a while, he learns from a bartender where Mary's family lives. When Lloyd goes to her house, he finds out that Harry lied and spent the day with her himself. In retaliation, Lloyd pranks Harry by serving him a coffee laced with a heavy dose of laxatives, causing Harry to spontaneously defecate in a broken toilet in Mary's bathroom. Lloyd arrives at Mary's house, and Mary remembers Lloyd from when he drove her to the airport, and he informs her that he has her briefcase. He takes her to the hotel, shows her the briefcase, and confesses his love for her, but she rejects him. Nicholas Andre, an old friend of Swanson's, then shows up. Now for the ending, you know the procedure. 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below. Fast forward the time below. And as I count down now, if you've seen this already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Sorry, I went too quick on that. Lloyd finds out from Nicholas that Mary has a husband named Bobby who was abducted and that the money was for her husband's captors, who are Nicholas, Mental, and Shay. Nicholas is furious when he learns that Lloyd and Harry spent all the ransom money and replaced it with IOUs. He takes Lloyd and Mary hostage and takes Harry hostage when he returns. An argument leads Nicholas to shoot Harry, who plays dead before inevitably returning fire. Before Nicholas can fire another shot, an FBI team led by Beth Jordan, whom Harry had met at a gas station and Lloyd met earlier at the bar, raids the suite, where Beth tells Harry and Lloyd that the FBI and police had been following them since they left Providence. Harry reveals that they gave him a bulletproof vest and gun when he arrived. Nicholas and Shay are arrested, and Mary and Bobby are reunited, much to Lloyd's dejection. The next day, Harry and Lloyd have begun traveling home on foot because all their purchases were confiscated and their mini bike broke down. They then encounter a group of bikini girls and they ignorantly reject the offer to be oil boys for them. Harry tells Lloyd that they will get their break one day, and they play a game of tag as they walk back to Rhode Island in the story. So, what did I think of Dumb and Dumber? Well, I have seen this a few times, and I'm going to say this film is absolutely very funny. Now, this, of course, was released by New Line Cinema, who had recently released Mr. Carrey's previous film, The Mask, a few months earlier that same year. But anyway, the film did very well. Became such a big success, topping the holiday season film gross for 1994, going on to make 247 million worldwide against its $17 million budget. The film sits at 68% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying a relentlessly stupid comedy elevated by its main actors. Jim Carrey goes bonkers, and Jeff Daniels carries himself admirably in an against type performance. Metacritic has this at a score of 41, while audiences polled by CinemaScore gave it a B. Roger Ebert gave this film 2 out of 4 stars for the hit or miss comedic elements, but praised the performances of Carrey and Daniels, dubbing the former a true original and writing that the dead parakeet joke made me laugh so loudly I embarrassed myself I just couldn't stop. Stephen Holden of the New York Times called Carrey the next Jerry Lewis, and Patrick Stack of the San Francisco Chronicle called it riotous, rib-splitting, and gave the film praise for being both a crude and slapstick comedy and a smart comedy at the same time. I absolutely do agree on this. This is zany and funny in my view. This is the film that put the Farrelly brothers on the map. Of course, this would later give the duo a chance to go on to work on other films, including There's Something About Mary, Shallow Hal, and Me, Myself, and Irene, which, of course, that starred Jim Carrey. And of course, other films to follow, whether it was done by both brothers or by one brother alone. But the two would work on writing stories and what have you. Anyway, I think the story was pretty fun and what have you. Really something. The score of this was done by Todd Rundgren, who maybe even that name does might sound familiar to you. That's the guy best known for the song "Bang the Drum All Day." I think if you remember that song, then you know what I'm talking about. I gotta say, he did a good job with this film's score. I gotta say, it was very funny. Anyway, now of course the success of this film launched the career of the Farley brothers and established the range of the heretofore dramatically acclaimed Jeff Daniels as a gifted comedic actor and revitalized his Hollywood career and solidified Carrey's reputation as one of the most prominent actors of the 1990s. Now, for our cast, we have Jim Carrey as Lloyd, and I'm going to say he's absolutely zany in my view. I mean, he was really playing this as much as well, just about as how he was in Ace Ventura and The Mask. He was very, very funny and zany. Now, as for Jeff Daniels, who plays Harry, I will say he's absolutely a real funny character as well, but a real goofball and what have you. Playing Mary Swanson is Lauren Holly. She's pretty good. Karen Duffy plays J.P. Shea. Good. Mike Starr played Mentolino. He was pretty good. Charles Rocket played Nicholas Andre. I thought he was pretty good. And the late great Terry Gar played Helen Swanson, Mary's stepmother. Yeah. There's also some other names, including Harlan Williams and even Lynn Shay. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna say this has a pretty good cast, and it's pretty funny. Anyway, now it also had a soundtrack that was released on RCA, and while it unfortunately did not include the famous the well bit of an a cappella version of Mockingbird, which Carrie and Daniels did to Mike Starr's character. There's a few other songs, but there were other songs on the soundtrack, including tunes from the Crash Test Dummies, Green Jelly, and many others. So anyway, so the songs you'll hear are pretty good as well. After this, this would spin off a franchise. There would be an animated series that would premiere on ABC the following year, produced by Hanna-Barbera along with New Line, which I'll talk about that in the future Saturday morning TV log, as well as a prequel called Dumb and Dumberer When Harry Met Lloyd in 2003, which I've seen a few times. It's funny and what have you, but I'll if I ever revisit that film, I'll talk about it. And just a decade ago, there was a sequel to this in 2014, which more recently celebrated its 10th anniversary last month, which would be released through Universal, even with a little help from New Line. So overall, Dumb and Dumber is a very funny buddy comedy. So would I recommend the film? I'd say hell yeah, go for it. I mean, if you like Jim Carrey's other films that came out in '94, which of course were Ace Ventura and The Mask, then I think you'll feel right at home with this one. This is a very, very funny film. So, what did you think of Dumb and Dumber? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow, make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Get them to be a part of my Big D Nation. And share my vids with your friends if you like. I'm hoping for the best. I'm still trying to get close to 800 subscribers. I'm almost there. I still need 14 now. Well, still do anyway. I've been at that for some time. But anyway, join me next time when I bring to you a review of The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. So if you like this, check out my reviews of Jim Carrey's other flicks from 1994 that I recently reviewed for their anniversaries. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. The upper right-hand corner is my review of The Mask. Or if you'd like, check out my spoiler-free review of the latest film from the Farleys. And that, of course, is Dear Santa with Jack Black, streaming on Paramount Plus. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.